evolutionists and atheists out there, and the people that believe in the theory of evolution and what Darwin taught and wrote, you are inadvertently racist, if you didn't know. For a few reasons. Well, I'm going to start off reading some stuff that I wrote down to let you know how you are racist and how you believe in a pretty much racist theory, which is what it is, a theory, pretty much it. But Henry Fairfield Osborn was an evolutionist curator at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. I don't know exactly what time this was, but this was a time when this kind of stuff could go on. He said, the standard of intelligence of the average adult Negro is similar to that of the 11-year-old youth of the Homo sapiens. He's saying that the Negro is not human. We're not of the same species. They thought that the Negro was a advanced monkey. This is actually in The Origin of Species, the book that you tell me to read. And I'm supposed to read that I'm a monkey? Okay. Stephen Jay Gould in 1977 said that biological arguments for racism may have been common before 1850, but they increased by orders of magnitude following the acceptance of the evolutionary theory. Meaning after the evolutionary theory was accepted, racism became more justified because it was thought that Negroes were monkeys. Alright, Thomas Huxley, known as Darwin's Bulldog, in 1871 said that no rational man cognizant of the facts believes that the average Negro is the equal, equal, still less the superior of the white man. That's what he's saying. He's saying that the Negro man isn't equal to the white man. And this is one of Darwin's little cronies or whatever. Alright, Charles Kingsley in 1980, he was a priest that promoted Darwin. He said that the poor brutes in human shape, they must perish off the earth like brute beasts. A person that promoted Darwin, and a person that thought that the Negro man wasn't human. He was a higher form of a monkey. That's what Darwin believed, and you believe it, and you are racist for believing it. Okay. Oda Banga was a pygmy, and he was brought to a St. Louis zoo, St. Louis, Missouri, brought to a zoo at the World's Fair in 1904, and they put him in a cage with other primates and said that, well, they were showing the comparison to these people and the monkeys, and they were making people believe that these were like missing links, and you know, these are like the next step, higher than a monkey. They were showing these pygmies, saying this is what it is. This is what you would see. Okay. And this guy actually had a wife and 2 kids, and he killed himself from being in the state, being in this cage all the time. He couldn't live like that, so he killed himself. And the Aborigines in Australia, people thought that they were like missing links too, because they had like big jaws, but they used their mouths a lot. They would like tear the bark off of trees, and they use them as tools. So their muscles grew, and their jaws like bigger than what a normal person's muscles will grow in their jaw. Like, so it's known when like the muscle grows, the bone grows bigger. So they had bigger jaw bones. So people thought that they were, a lower species because their jaw bones was like bigger, and they haven't fully evolved into like higher where it gets smaller, which that's not like an evolution, that's a de-evolution, right? If something's bigger and it gets smaller, but whatever. In the early 1900s, they killed off all of these Aborigines people. They killed all of them because they thought they were missing links, and they took their heads and boiled them and took the best ones and put them in museums. All in the name of evolution. They're killing people and putting their heads in museums, like, prove the little points, which they can't, so they have to kill to do it. It was like with the pig. Like, a hog was found, and they took like a tooth, and they end up constructing like a whole missing link from like the tooth of a hog, is what I've read in many different little stories. And it was another one where someone took the jaw of some animal and the skull of another and put them together and, molded them and said, this is what, this is another one. A lot of the times they can't really prove that theory any other way besides, doing a little first grade cutting and pasting. And so, just another way to get their little theories proven, but they're pretty much lying about it. There have been no missing links ever found. Even Einstein, he wasn't a creationist. He still believed more or less in theory of evolution, but, well, I'll just quote him. This is something he said. He said, "Spirit manifests in the laws of the universe, in a God who reveals himself in the harmony of all that exists." That's what he wrote. The religious inclination lies in the dim consciousness that dwells in humans, that all nature, including the humans in it, is in no way an accidental game, but a work of lawfulness, that there is a fundamental cause for all existence. And this is what he said. Okay, there's something else, hold on. To sense that behind anything that can be experienced, there is something that our minds cannot grasp, whose beauty and sublimity reaches us only indirectly. This is religiousness. And in this sense, and in this sense only, I am a devoutly religious man. It's a few quotes from him. So, even Einstein believed in a designer, just like Isaac Newton believed in a designer. And what I've read was he studied the book of Daniel a lot. That's what I read. I don't know. But I know he was I don't know if he was a creationist. I think he was, but if not, he believed in intelligent design though. But I think he was a creationist. Or even a Christian, I don't know. But, and your man Darwin, who y'all worship so much, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him that I found out. And you can research it for yourself. You can say, oh, he's lying. Research it for yourself. Darwin was a sexist. Alright? Darwin said, a married man is a poor slave worse than a Negro. Meaning, a man with a woman, he ends up becoming lower because he's with that woman. He also said that the distinction in intellectual powers of the two sexes is shown by man's attaining to a higher eminence in whatever he takes up than can woman, whether requiring deep thought, reason, or imagination, or merely the uses of the senses and hands. That average of mental power in man must be above that of woman, saying that man is a higher species than woman, is what he believed. He was a sexist and also a racist. But this is who y'all, revere as being a great man.
Incoherent species intel.
What you talking about?
It's what you need to know.